Good morning. It's Thursday, January 14th, 2021. It's about 10:45 in the morning. I'm still in my hotel. I'm in Alabama. I've been resting up my leg and I'm planning on continuing my hike tomorrow. I can't thank Nathan and the Pinhoti Outdoor Center enough. He's been extremely helpful and flexible in assisting me with all these things that have happened, whether it's getting me a ride to town or, back to my car, or getting me a ride back to the trail. He's been very accommodating. So he's a great resource for any hiker thinking of doing the Pinhoti Trail, especially in the south end, because this is where they're located. So in the beginning couple of days of your hike, obviously they're local, so they're a great resource. Obviously you can stay there or at least arrange shuttles. So I should be meeting Emily again tomorrow at 8 o'clock at the Pinhoti Outdoor Center, and she's going to take me back to the trail where she picked me up, and I'm going to start with the road walk, as I mentioned in my other videos. I planned on just resting today, but that doesn't really happen. So I did go back to Walmart. I've made 2 trips there. I decided to do a resupply of my Tylenol, basically, since I've been using it up faster than I expected by staying in town, and I still want to carry some for the trail. I had only planned for 2 pills a day. I've been probably doubling that because I've been staying in town, and I want to hopefully reduce some pain and some swelling. Although Tylenol is not great for that, but I don't take ibuprofen. So that is one of the reasons why. I also decided to change some of my gear. I decided that instead of taking one big smart water bottle, I am going to take 2 of the smaller ones like I usually carry. And it will actually increase my water capability, which will increase my weight, unfortunately. But I think it's more versatile. I have dropped a smart water bottle and had it puncture on a rock. They're thick, but they're not that thick. Additionally, I realized that as I like to flavor my water or add electrolytes to it, that once I do that, all the water in here is basically flavored. So if I come to a place at night and I want to cook my food, the water has a flavor to it. Even if I rinse it out, not that it's a big deal, but I figured it would be better for me to have one that I flavor and one that I don't. Additionally, if I happen to lose a water bottle on the trail, or one breaks or gets punctured, like what happened to me on the Ocean to Lake Trail, where I lost a water bottle while hiking, I still have hopefully the backup. The pockets on the Osprey pack are pretty deep, so it's really, really hard to lose a water bottle unless you don't put it in correctly. If you cant them forward, there's a way that you could put a bottle through the front, then it's possible for it to fall out. But if you drop it in those pockets, they're really deep, which makes it really firmly in there, but it also makes it harder to get it out when the pack's full. So anyway, that's my plan. I'm going to probably lighten up. I'm probably not going to take my stick pick. I'm probably going to leave it behind. I did find it in my pack. And I am probably going to leave this tripod and the adapter behind, and that'll save me about 1 pound of weight. I'll add some of it back. I got those hand warmers that I'm going to put in my sleeping bag at night to keep me warm. And I'm also going to now have the 2 water bottles, which will increase my weight slightly. So altogether, it's probably a neutral move. Probably going to also take out some of my clothing. I had a pair of shorts and a pair of tights that I was going to wear, and one that I wear at night, which is very thin. I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to leave a thicker pair in. So if I need to, I'll wear those at night, or if it's really, really cold and I feel I need them to hike in, I can wear those instead underneath my pants, almost like a base layer. But generally, while I'm walking during the day, I don't worry about that. So more than likely, I'll only wear them at night, so there'll be a clean, dry set of clothes to get into at night. And I'm not going to take the shorts. My plan was if I needed to, I can wear those while I'm doing laundry. But I'm going to take them out and save a little bit of weight. So I'm going to repack all my stuff again for like the 20th time probably since I did this. But I have most of the day to pass away and nothing to do. I'm just trying to stay off the leg a little bit. I'm probably going to go soak it again. I propped it up last night when I slept, and I woke up feeling a little better. Most of my soreness, I think, is just use. Just muscles and ligaments and tendons not used to exercising at this pace. So I'm looking forward to getting back on the trail tomorrow. The weather is going to be pretty much what it's been the last couple of days, probably 40s midday, dropping down to upper 20s to low 30s at night. My big thing is to make it to Heflin now, and that's my immediate goal. So I'm focused on going to Heflin, and I'm hoping to make it I have 85 roughly miles to make it. If I can do about 13 to 14 miles a day, I can make it there in 7 days or so, 6 or 7 days. And that's my goal, to make it there, if I can, by next Wednesday. Because after that, and obviously the forecast is just that, it's a guess at best, but an educated guess at that, is rain is supposed to be coming. So until then, I should have minimal chance of rain, maybe 20-30% on some days, but more or less it'll be mostly dry. So I don't know how that will affect the water on the trail, but I'm not anticipating any problems finding water, and it means that I shouldn't have to worry about rain while I'm hiking. So my concern right now is to try and make it into Heflin. If I can beat that rain, I'd be really happy to do that. Maybe stay overnight in Heflin, and then I'll reassess how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. If it took me longer to get to Heflin than the days, if I have to slow my mileage down, and I'll reassess on whether I'm going to try and go to Cave Springs. I think I can still do the hike to Cave Springs if my leg holds out in my time before I have to be back at work. Like I said, I built in 2 days, 2 down days into the hike, which is pretty much what I've taken now. So the days I was thinking of an extra day or so that I was going to take at Heflin, I pretty much used it up today. So Heflin will have to either be a shorter stop by 1 day, or by then hopefully I'll be in better shape and I'll be able to make maybe a little bit more miles. At least 15 per day is what I plan for. My big problem is going to be learning to stop or pace myself. Pretty much I walk all day. I generally don't take breaks. I don't stop. I don't even take the pack off my back usually, most times. I generally don't stop. I have all my snacks already on me, my water. With this pack, I sometimes have to shift the pack off my back a little bit over to get the water out because the pockets are so deep. That makes it a little hard. But other than that, I don't stop. I don't take breaks. I generally just walk. I eat while I walk. I drink while I walk. And that's it. So I may need to try to change that up a little bit. Also, to me, I've always been of the mindset that if there's still hours left, then it'd be putting in miles. And what I probably need to do is plan a little bit better to go to a place, pick out a campsite or something, and stop there when I've done the miles that I set out to do that day, even if there is another hour or two of daylight, and maybe spare my body a little bit of that additional stress of walking a little further. And that's going to be a hard thing. Plus, there's not much to do, obviously, when you're hiking. It's cold, you're by yourself. I mean, like I said, that first day, about 4 o'clock, 4:30, I was in my sleeping bag. And until daylight comes at 6:30, you're in that sleeping bag. That's a long night of 13 or 14 hours in your sleeping bag, in your tent, to keep yourself busy. And, the podcasts and music help. But, obviously I'm trying to conserve power when it comes to that. But anyway, that's it. I've rambled on enough. I'm going to be taking it easy. I'm planning on not going out again until dinner time. Probably grab some dinner, come back, try and get an early night's sleep, wake up tomorrow, and be ready to go. And we'll see how the leg does on the next day or two. Okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've gotten a couple of positive messages, texts, emails from people, very supportive. I appreciate all of you and your well wishes and your concern for my hike and my health. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip. Till we meet again.